Alright, here we go. This is a 2v2 ranked match on Nesthorn between the red team in the upper left-hand corner, Tangibility and BStria. BStria is how you pronounce her name, alright guys? BStria in the standard striker and the standard chopper. And the blue team in the bottom right-hand corner, ronni202, 202, however you want to put it. I'm going to call him Ronnie. In the Warthog, in the standard Warthog, and Swiftlicity, aka Punktronica, in the Bomber. I'm gonna call him Punktronica from now on. However dangerous that might be. Red going with a lunchbox on the pad, already on the socket initially. Wow. And now the game, we are started. They are going with creepers to get that initial explosion to neutralize this outpost. Red is going with jackals to support. They have jackals in the area. No one, and blue has one dillo. This outpost is blue, and more jackals are coming through for green or for red, and it will quickly neutralize this outpost back down to neutral. Neutralize back down to neutral. That will be the new phrase, right? But it is neutral. There are a couple jackals over here for blue. Not too much more. They are going down. Ronnie is bringing more infantry, but it will not be enough. There are too many light attacking, high DPS, light DPS attacking units. Tangibility does kill Swiftlicity. This is Punktronica. Tangibility does get that kill on Punktronica, and this outpost has a look at all of the debris and destruction and carnage around this outpost. So many dead units, and Tangibility is very low on life. Ronnie is trying to get the attack, but he does not have air to ground. Tangibility will get away. And Punktronica bringing more infantry over to this outpost. It will go blue, but I don't know how long it'll stay blue. There are too many jackals surrounding it. It goes, wow, really quickly goes back down. There are infantry going in left and right for both teams, and not enough on either side. This is 3 up for red, and there are artillery firing in for both teams. Creepers going in, instead of normal creeps for red, and yeah, and now I missed this. These jackals did go down here, diverting their attention, and now red has this outpost and has a lot of units around it. And the new battlefront will be right about here with these artillery firing in, and I do not know how red will decide to push. Ronnie is dropping jackals over here. He's trying to attack, neutralize this outpost, and does get it. Tangibility, moving the, pivoting these artillery, trying to get them to attack those new jackals, but the outpost has been neutralized again. Nesthorn notorious for the trench warfare around this mid outpost. When you have enough artillery firing in on both sides, it just becomes kind of a no man's land. And pretty much this vertical line down here, dividing the two sides, kind of will define where you're able to put your units without them immediately exploding. BStria did go down to, I think, just other blue units in the area. There has been a seeker dropped over here, and Tangibility, the only one over here right now. BStria coming back to support. Does chase away Ronnie and Punktronica very briefly. More infantry coming in, trying to take this middle outpost, but it's kind of a useless, not useless, but like you just keep putting infantry in. The bulbs keep getting knocked out. Both teams, units on each side of the outpost, just continually hitting the this middle outpost. So it's like bulbs go in, and look how fast that was going down. I mean, there are a lot of red units on this side, and right now, blue's units are they're really thin. And just more infantry coming out here for blue, but it's really not going to be that productive, just because they're going to be the purpose for the infantry is they're going to dedicate them to keeping them in the outposts, or getting them in the outposts, and they're just basically, you're converting infantry into bulbs and bulbs into damage, and the damage just gets soaked like crazy fast on these by these red units over here. And now we do see a drop by Ronnie. He does neutralize it. That Warthog doing so much DPS on this neutral, or not now neutral outpost, but there is only one bulb left for red to get back up, and they will be able to retake that pretty quickly. Ronnie coming down here with 2 jackals kind of using them as meat shields, and Punktronica bombing, it's not really going to be that productive. As, again, they probably, I don't know, it's really going to be hard for them to get the same kind of massive units that Red has on this side. I'm not really sure. Oh, okay, Ronnie doing, again, another distract. While Punktronica really wasn't using that the way that could have been used, I guess. But, you know, it does force, now BStria has to just sit here and shoot and kill that Jackal that was dropped, and did spawn a soldier. So that, you know, all that extra time just because of that lucky spawn. Now, Punktronica bombing in. There are not that many anti-air units over here for blue, or for green. There is no green. There is no green. Wow. Okay, but there, you know, there aren't that many. Let's see. There's like 2 T-99s. There are no, I don't see any Seekers. Let's see. What do they have in their loadout? Tangibility has Seekers, but there aren't any down here, at least that I can see, that aren't blocked by the trees. For newer players, if you don't block units by using, block units of vision from view by using trees. Use trees to block. It's magic. It's magical. It's wonderful. Especially if you're against, you know, people who are just not that aware. It just becomes free. Especially hats. Hats are devastating behind trees. Tangibility killing this stray, you know, the stray infantry, or not infantry, wow, that's an artillery. That stray artillery, a lot of times artillery are kind of just placed way out in the open, just so you'll have that extra damage that's not in your clump, that's also getting rained on by artillery. And a lot of times they're placed out there because you want them to not be noticed. You know, everyone focuses on a big clump of artillery, but you know, these higher level players will be able to scout them out very, very quickly. For example, there were some Jackals over here that were right next to an artillery, and BStria almost getting killed by that striker sword melee abuse cliff drop thing. Is there a term for that? I don't think there's an actual term for that, but that's what happens when you swing your sword and you're continually swinging. You can walk off the cliff, and it does not transform you back to air mode. And now Tangibility able to kill a lot of socket units down here. Oh no. I think one was okay. That one was saved, but Tangi is still down here. The Seeker does get dropped. Tangi is almost dead. Will probably get taken out. No, does not get followed by any of the blue players. Oh, and there you go. He does get killed by Ronnie. But he did get a lot off in that you know, in that trip that he made down there to kill some socket units. And now Punktronica down here trying to kill some you know, trying to kill some money makers, but there are no Seekers over here for blue or for red to be able to take care of them. But he does get focused down by BStria and Tangibility, and Ronnie just, you know, trying to be productive as he can, trying to put more damage, you know, more DPS down on this middle outpost, but it's just so heavily surrounded by red that all they have to do is wait for creeps, really wait for creeps to come back in. And as you saw in the oh, well, okay, I'm not going to make a reference anymore, but all the neutral units are down here, and or, you know, down here are gone, and right here they don't want blues, you know, blues infantry or blues creeps to walk through. So those two Longhorn are still alive. Red has not killed them. Usually the team that has control of mid is the one that decides whether or not those units are killed or not. And right now, you know, red creeps are flowing into this middle area, but the blue creeps will flow much less. I don't know if any would even be able to, at least at the, you know, during quarter 2. I don't even know if any will be able to you know, get through, just because those two Longhorns are there, and the, you know, level 2 creeps are not that strong and do not have that much life. Eventually, during quarter 3 and quarter 4, they probably will get killed by creeps alone. And Ronnie doing bombing runs. Red is able to leapfrog their units a lot better, you know, a lot closer to the right side of this middle outpost. There's T-99 here to be able to you know, that's what they're using as anti-air, T-99s instead of straight up Seekers. You know, with that dual attack, it does attack ground as well, and I think a lot of higher level players are deciding to go with T-99s instead of Seekers, straight up Seekers, for defense. And now Tangibility on the front door. It looks like Punktronica really hasn't been okay. It looked like he was AFK a little bit there, or at least, you know, just maybe typing or something to Ronnie. we will never know because this is a replay sent in by the red side. So we do not see we do not see team chat from red or from blue. BStria getting killed by punktronica on the way back, getting kind of focused down by him and Ronnie. But you know, they are ahead, so it's not that big of a deal. Tangibility already bringing a Longhorn down here, and none of the red team or blue team has come back down to respond. Finally, punktronica is here, and Ronnie with him. But all the units over here for blue, all the defending units are gone now, and Tangibility hitting level 7 already, has a Goliath out on the field, and going to be able to take down these artillery. At least one. punktronica does save the other. But as you can see now, red creeps are flowing into this area, and it's just, you know, they are going to contest all the units on this power station, and that's just a lot of free support that red will be able to get without doing anything at all. And now you see this derpy artillery that was there. It was all sideways, and it does get repositioned again. It's all pointing downward, but it won't fire downward. Let's see. So, yep. A downward pointing artillery arcing like this. Yes. But the Goliath does go down over here to take care of any you know, artillery that get placed over here in this closer area. But Ronnie does see it, starts to fire at the back, but does not, you know, stay to finish. Especially, oh, Tangibility getting killed by blue units there. Not sure what killed him, but he does throw up his classic doll. And Ronnie with Berthas, this is pretty much the only way to fight against the you know, massive clump that forms over here for the mid controlling team. Is just you know, more lumps and just as many Berthas as you can, pretty much. At this point, you got to go with as many Berthas as you can, but Jackals are coming down here for red team. Gonna get cleaned up really quickly by this Bomber and Warthog combination, and punktronica gets killed by BStria on his way up, trying to heal, trying to get back to his outpost, and now Tangibility does have a chance because punktronica is gone. You know, Ronnie's attention has to be divided, and this outpost is neutral. Tangibility coming down with more infantry. punktronica now is respawn, bringing infantry, but a little late, is not going to be able to counter this red take, and Tangibility kills him in his liftoff once again, and now bringing these Jackals to the front door. Gonna drop 2 for a moneymaker kill, and gonna drop another one for this lunchbox. But Ronnie over here with 2, you know, with 3 actually, 3 infantry. It does neutralize it. Almost gonna go back to blue, but Tangibility gonna chase him down. Hits him with those rockets initially. Chases him down before he gets back to his fort. And now, red has neutralized this outpost and this outpost. What is blue gonna choose to do? Ronnie did just tell punktronica that he is sitting on 9,000 credits. Ronnie decides to just make Dillos with that. Yeesh, there are a lot of Jackals over here, so infantry drops aren't really going to do anything at all. They don't have a complete surround on this outpost, but it's very, very well surrounded, to be honest. And punktronica has left the game. Ronnie, the only blue member over here. Red will definitely be able to take the rest of this match. BStria coming with creepers and drops to be you know, to absorb as much and to draw as much aggro as she possibly can. Kills a lot of Dillos, and more Dillos get killed with this Goliath Jackal combination over here. BStria getting killed by Ronnie on her way out, but Tangibility bringing more Geminis. Oh, wait, not Geminis. Oh, there is one Gemini there. Huh, it's not really something you see that often anymore nowadays, is it? You know, Jackals, and he's making more Longhorn. Gonna be able to finally finish off this fort eventually. BStria coming with more creepers and just a nice punk Smurfy head. And they do finish off all the blocking units. Ronnie is the only one left here, and he has stopped moving. He has stopped moving. This game, and he is just typing. This game will go to red. You know, eventually when they get more units on the front door and stuff. And yes, this will eventually go to red. Ronnie I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's just flying around for fun at this point. BStria and Tangibility do take this ranked match on Nesthorn. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.